So, Bangkok is not my vibe. I'm going to explain why in this video. I'm here today in Bangkok among the skyscrapers and all this sort of stuff for the reason that I'm getting a work permit issued here in this big office tower here in the government immigration office there. So, I come to Bangkok when I have to or when it's convenient to. Why Bangkok? Yeah, well, it's the big city of Thailand, the country where I'm currently living the most in. And as I guess you call me an expat, digital nomad, culturally homeless person, I would say that, this is not one of my favorite cities on the planet. And I'm gonna get to why in this video. For me, if I can boil it down to one statement, the signal to noise ratio of stuff that I like doesn't really make me very happy. I mean, there's kind of like three different main things I see in Bangkok when I walk around. Right now, as you can see, I'm in the businessy place where people are like trying to succeed, a city of business, commerce, capital of Southeast Asia for all of that stuff. And I'm not into that stuff. You know, I started my journey as an expat because I wanted to live in places that had more soul, but these types of places in Bangkok have almost no soul. It's shopping mall after shopping mall. It's kind of like people in the rat race. This is my version of business clothing, by the way, today for the immigration office. All black, but I am wearing shoes and long trousers, which I rarely do in Thailand. So that's today. So yeah, the business Bangkok city. And then the second thing I would say is like the traditional old Thai culture part of things coming together. I took a long walk this morning in the old city through Chinatown, and Chinese and Thai culture are very intertwined in the city for centuries now. And I felt a lot of soul of the old, ways of life of Thai people, the urbanism, the way people are living in the similar way that they've been living for, centuries and stuff like that. And that's the second one that I will point out in this video. And the third one is the global city and one of the most frequented tourist capitals of the world. And, the type of tourism that Thailand attracts. And I feel like the type of experience as a tourist in Bangkok, as a foreigner in Bangkok, you get a very entry-level experience. It's overwhelmed by lots of tourists from all over the world who are looking for that Thailand experience. So it's all about the popular Thai food dishes that have been popularized around the world by what I found out was actually a Thai government program. Kids coming on their first backpacking trip in Southeast Asia, old lonely men coming to do whatever old lonely men do in a city like this. And so that's the third one. So the first one is this that I mentioned, this business capital, people in the rat race. Number two, the traditional Thai culture. And number three is that sort of mainstream tourism into Thailand, catering to the people who end up in the city as their first destination. So neither of these three really appeal to me that much. I've long rejected business cities, office buildings, the rat race, and find it kind of sad to see all these people conforming to what they believe they have to do to achieve a middle-class lifestyle. So that's one thing. The next thing is the traditional Thai culture. I don't really feel, as a gringo, as a foreigner, that connected to the traditional Thai culture. It has a lot to offer, but I don't feel that connected to it. I love the general peacefulness of the culture. The religion of Buddhism is really nice and sort of like has a lot of good values there. But it has very little to do with the Western culture I was raised with, either from or the traditional European culture I was raised with from my Central European family. So I don't connect with that very much. It's nice, it's cute, I like the food, whatever. And then the mass tourism, the third thing. I don't connect with that because I'm not somebody on a holiday from work or whatever. I'm a long-term expat. And I want to have deeper expat experiences in this world, like the ones I have in Koh Phangan. Oh, well, I haven't really mentioned, yes, for those who don't know, I live on the island of Koh Phangan, which is, I'd say of all the places I've been around the world, one of the highest, most advantageous signal-to-noise ratios of stuff I like versus stuff I don't like, stuff I resonate with versus stuff I don't resonate with in the entire world. So, yeah, that's in this country, and I have to come to this capital to get business done sometimes, like today. So yeah, I don't really resonate with the Thai tourism, the stuff that I mentioned, backpackers, lonely old men, people wanting to try this sort of widely promoted Thai cultural things that they can interface with. I do like a good massage. I just had a foot massage after walking 11 kilometers through the city today, which was lovely. I walked through Chinatown, and if you're gonna ask me, yeah, what part of the city do I resonate with most? It is that Chinatown. I got off near that railway station, off the metro, and walked all the way past Kosan Road. So I've experienced all three today. The Chinatown was raw, while reminds me a lot about like walking through Istanbul, all the types of like little shops and stuff like that, little bits of commerce that are happening around you, and the way the people there have their traditional sort of like modes of commerce that have existed for a long time, and I like that. I feel relaxed in that part of the city, and if I had to live in Bangkok, I would be probably most happy living in a place where I was surrounded with that sort of traditional urbanism where you can walk. But all this like modern rat race stuff, I hate going in elevators. I hate shopping malls, even though they're useful. And I hate this feeling that you're just having to conform to this norm of middle-class society and following rules, because, you know, I was raised in a sort of upper middle and upper class neighborhood where, yeah, we kind of look down on a lot of those people who are in the rat race and trying so hard to be middle class and stuff like that. That's one thing. And I was also raised in a much more quote-unquote bohemian way, with my father in the music industry, being from Central Europe, and like taking me on all these trips around Europe and stuff like that, and raising me with appreciation for the diverse set of music. And that's the sort of stuff I look for. A diverse set of cultural experiences, a diverse set of artistic expressions. And Bangkok doesn't really offer much of a concentration of that. Now, there is this, in that Chinatown area, there are some really cool places and stuff like that, but I always find they're very few and far between in Bangkok, and you never get a real sense of this community. There might be a couple bars that are cool with people doing cool stuff, cool music, whatever, but you're not gonna feel like you're saturated by cool stuff, cultural stuff happening around you, especially not by expats in this city. Yeah, I could have missed a great part of Bangkok, but I've never felt that community, never felt that community of like-minded foreigners, sort of like, like-minded foreigners that live lives like we do in Koh Phangan, exploring different, health and wellness, spirituality, different ways of relating to each other, and a real alternative lifestyle. No, here you tend to get the sorts of people who like the rat race and want the Asian version of the rat race with street food, or they really like, just being surrounded by, Thai people all the time, or they really, But the thought of living in a condo in Bangkok, one of these big condo buildings like that, that's actually I'd know I'd failed in life if I ended up somewhere like that, because yeah, just the vibe and the energy of the people in this sort of like city. Also, you know, for me, cities, if I can get the sort of social interaction that I like, with a bunch of eccentric and eclectic characters around me in a place where I can also embrace nature, I will always do that. But it doesn't just it's just not here as far as I can see. What city in Thailand do I like? I like Chiang Mai. I feel that city does it really well. Being laid back, not too busy, while still being a city, having lots to offer, having good, nice, walkable urban areas with soul and with an artistic flair and a nice concentration of stuff. But still, it doesn't have that much of the gringo culture that I like. You know, yoga, retreat centers, all that sort of stuff. That's Yangon. That's why I live there. And that's what I continue to love about the place. Even though I think Copenhagen is wonderful, but I wish I had more places around the world that are even more my vibe, because it's not 100% it. It's just the closest thing that I found. But yeah, Bangkok, nah. It's just like a 2 or 3 day stopover that I like to make, and I have to be very careful about what type of place I stay in and what kind of neighborhood I'm staying in. Today I'm staying near here because I just want to be as close as possible to this place to get the visa issued, and that's about it. Flying out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. back to my island to live my island gringo life. So yeah, that's it, folks. So if you know about any neighborhood in Bangkok that I might have missed, that I might have omitted from this, that I might enjoy, someone like me, based on what I've said in this video, please write it in the comments below. And tell me if you love Bangkok, why do you love Bangkok, and how do you think my opinion is incorrect for your tastes? And if you also hate Bangkok, and you know, tell me why you hate it. Because people say you either love or you hate Bangkok, and I guess this means that I would be in the hate camp. Even though I still think that it's a really peaceful place that's welcoming to people from all over the world, and it's a wonderful world capital of culture, it's just not for me. I don't feel good here. It's an overload of the senses, and I'm just feeling so many vibes and energies that I don't really feel are a match for the types of vibes and energies I want to feel. So we'll leave it at that. Catch you guys later, and thanks for watching Rising Nomad.